The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for high school basketball action here on Nice 95.5 KBEK, where we'll see the Mora Mustangs getting set to take on the Pierz Pioneers. Tip-off is coming your way shortly, but now we send it to the court for the pregame. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's boys basketball contest here inside Mora High School, the home of your Mora Mustangs. And we have a conference matchup here tonight between your Mora Mustangs and the Pierz Pioneers, playing in the Granite Ridge Conference here tonight at the home of the Mustangs, again, Mora High School. And this will be the last couple of games this season for the Mora Mustangs inside this school before they move to the brand new school next year, where they will be playing all of their games from there on out. They've got a beautiful, beautiful brand new turf field over there. I can't wait to see what the new gymnasium looks like. That's going to be awesome to see, where they'll be playing all their basketball games, volleyball games, and we will have to wait and see, but should be fun once they get over there. And tonight, the Mora Mustangs, as I mentioned before, are hosting the Pierz Pioneers, and I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you the action from tonight's contest, and it should be a good one here. Again, anytime you got a conference matchup between two teams, it always ramps up the energy on both sides, no matter the type of season either team is having. So as we take a look at it, the Mora Mustangs sitting at 14-3, the Pierz Pioneers, who play in a section, if you want to call it below, but they are playing in 7AA, Mora in 6AA. So Pierz playing in that 7AA section. They're 6-13 on the year, 2-3 in the section right now. They are one game over Hinckley Finlayson in that section, and I do believe there's 16 teams in that section, and they are ranked 10th in that section right now, are the Pierz Pioneers. As we take a look at the Pioneers' record coming into here, as I mentioned, 6-13. They're 0-8 in the conference right now. They have not had the conference season they would have hoped for up to this point, but another game is another opportunity for them to try and get that first win in conference play on the season here tonight against the Mora Mustangs. It's going to be tough, though. This Mora Mustang team, very good at home, usually tough to beat here, and I expect it to be no different as the Pierz Pioneers come in on a tough losing streak right now, having lost 7 in a row. Their last loss against Howard Lake Waverly Winstead on Saturday, 74-65. They have played a couple of other conference opponents as well recently, Foley and Malacca. In fact, they lost to Malacca 122-64. So it's been a tough go of things here for the Pierz Pioneers, but again, this late part of the season, this is usually when teams really get things going and really start to see their roster kind of really shape out and their lineup really take form. And we'll see if that is the case here tonight for the Pierz Pioneers. Again, 6-13 on the year. And their last win came against Uppsala all the way back in January 19th. So it's been over almost a month since the Pierz Pioneers have won, but that does not mean that they can't pull off a win here tonight over the Mora Mustangs. But again, it's going to be tough, as the Mustangs are a very, very tough team to beat at home. They're a tough team to beat just in general, but at home is even harder to do against this Mustang team. As mentioned before, Mustangs playing 6AA. They're 14-3 right now, ranked second in that section, so they would get a home game to for the first round of the playoffs with the Mustangs. And they're 5-2 in the section, and their 2 losses came against Albany, who right now leads their conference. I believe they are undefeated in the Granite Ridge Conference. And again, another conference that is just so tough top to bottom. We've got Albany, St. Cloud Cathedral, Foley, Little Falls, Malacca, Pierz, and Zimmerman. And it's a tough conference, and their 3 losses, unfortunately, for Mora have all come in the conference. So if you're Mora, a win here tonight certainly helps you. Now, unfortunately, I think for Mora, the conference title may be out of reach. They would need kind of almost a total collapse by Albany in order to kind of have a chance at the title, because if I remember correctly, Albany is undefeated right now in the conference. And we'll take a look right now at those conference standings. Albany, yes, 8-0. Little Falls, 6-3. Mora, 5-3. So even though they lost to Zimmerman, doesn't look like it hurts them too much as St. Cloud Cathedral, Little Falls, and Mora tied in that third position. It's kind of Albany's conference to lose right now. So as long as Albany can win a couple more games, they will have the conference title again. But if Albany loses out, Mora wins out, they'll probably, I believe, they would be tied at the top of the conference along with Little Falls and St. Cloud Cathedral if they went out. So it's going to be an interesting end. I don't think any team right now is going to catch Albany. They might be the favorite to get to state other than Mora in this section. So it's going to be a fun ride once we get to those section playoffs. Again, I was talking with Joe Lattimore, who was giving me updates on that Albany game. I believe it was last Friday or the Friday before, but whenever they played last, let's go ahead and take, it was last Friday. So he was giving me updates on that game, and he let me know who won, who lost, and when I seen that score, I was like, wow, dang, Mora. I really thought Mora was going to go to Albany and pull off a nice win, but unfortunately they could not. They lost by 1, and that doesn't mean that they're a bad team. It just means that's a great game. And I was talking with Joe Lattimore, and he said, man, I hope that they play a third game in the section playoffs, maybe even in the section championship, and that would be I think that would be the icing on the cake for everybody, because you've got Albany who would go in with 2 wins over Mora, and Mora just looking for that one victory to get them to state, and what a championship, section championship that would be if those two could make it to there. But again, this section is one of the toughest sections out there in 6AA, if not the toughest section, and I'll argue to anybody about that, because man, this section, top to bottom, it is just ridiculous how tough the competition is, and I'm so excited for playoffs. Of course, we got about a month until playoffs do begin, but that month, it just feels like it couldn't come soon enough, because, again, I'm just overexcited about it and cannot wait to be calling playoff games. But I'm excited for this one as well here tonight, as we see the Mora Mustangs getting set to host the Pierz Pioneers at the home of the Mustangs, Mora High School. And, again, Mora, last game I called was their win over Royalton, 71-44. That was a good game there for the Mora Mustangs, and they got things going early and often and really didn't look back. And again, when you got a team like the Mora Mustangs who have been, just the last, 3-4 years have just been terrorizing everybody they have played. It's been fun to watch, and, one thing that has also been fun to watch is this team play against Pine City. That's become, it's a rivalry anyways, but it's become an even better rivalry over the years. And those two teams have had some really, really good teams that they have battled each other with. And Mora has had the upper hand in the last couple, but, man, it will be a fun one to see, because now this year goes back to Pine City. So, don't worry, we will be covering that game when it comes up. But we got to get through a lot more before we get to that point, because the Mora Mustangs playing at home here tonight against the Pierz Pioneers. I'm sure that's a welcome sight for them after losing last Friday to the Albany Huskies. Again, it's been about a week off, though, for the Mora Mustangs, so you got to be kind of okay with the fact that you've had kind of a week off after a loss like that, especially, that's a tough loss. It's not like it was a bad loss. It's just a tough loss to a really good team. So a week off, you get a whole week to prepare for the Pierz Pioneers, and then you get about 5 more days off before playing again. Then next week they will play on the road against Little Falls and Rush City, then come home against Malacca. So we got a lot coming up here for Mora, and it's going to be a fun end of the season run for these Mustangs. And the Pierz Pioneers, again, trying to grab their first conference win on the season. It was Parents' Night here tonight. They introduced the parents of all the players and managers and even coaches, well, wives, I should say, of the coaches. And it was nice to see that they were able to do that. The parents got some flowers, and looked like a beautiful bouquet of flowers that they got for the wives and the husbands and the moms and dads. So nice to see them honor the parents, because, again, if the parents aren't able to get these young men and women to practices and to games, there's not a lot that the team could do without the players and the parents' help. So, again, they give a huge shout-out to the parents. Looks like we're wrapping up our pregame festivities, and we will be set to go here inside Mora High School. Tip-off coming up shortly here on KBEK 95.5 FM. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, bringing you all the action from tonight's Granite Ridge Conference matchup between the Mustangs and the Pioneers. We'll take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, our national anthem will have been played, our starting lineups announced, and we will be set for tip-off here at Mora High School. You're listening to Boys Basketball on 95.5 FM KBEK.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 3 boys playing varsity hockey. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County, and he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you in your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora, or visit roddymotors.com, RODDY motors.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
No appointment? No problem. Injuries and feeling ill don't always happen during normal business hours. That's why Wellia Health has urgency services open 7 days a week. Urgency Services in Pine City offers the care you need when you need it. Hours are now 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. No need to call or make an appointment. Just stop in. When tomorrow isn't soon enough and normal business hours just won't do, you can count on Wellia Health to be there for you. Live life well at Wellia Health.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 3 boys playing varsity hockey. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County, and he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you in your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora, or visit roddymotors.com, RODDY motors.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you?
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK. The starting lineups here with the Pierz Pioneers, their head coach Joe Call. It'll be number 1, Joey Stuckmeyer. Number 4, Kirby Fisher. 23, Jonathan Cheney. 33, Noah Oberfeld. And 35, Eugene Skiba. The Pioneers wearing their away white uniforms with the red numbers and letters outlined in black. On the other side, for your Mora Mustangs, who are head coached by Kurt Gracek. It'll be number 4, Dallas Fix. Number 5, Jonah Smart. Number 12, Gage Brady. Number 15, Max Sampson. And 23, James Oslin. 18 minutes are up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized braces, horn Invisalign, with 3 locations in Pine City, Lyncham, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. Mora Mustangs trying to get back on the winning side of things after their loss last Friday to the Albany Huskies. And again, it's been about a week off for these Mustangs coming into tonight's game. Their last game was last Friday against those Huskies that I mentioned. And looking to get back on the winning side of things here, especially in the conference-wise, because Albany pretty much all but wrapped up the conference title with that win over Mora. Mora needed to win in order to have a chance at it, because Albany would still have to lose one more. Mora would have to win out and possibly even have Albany lose another one. But I think if it went the way I just mentioned, Mora would tie at the top of the conference with Albany and be co-conference title champions. It'll be James Oslin out there and Jonathan Cheney at center court getting set for tip-off. And here it is. The tip is slapped around and taken in by Pierz. So it's Skiba with it, and that's Oberfeld. Gives it off here to Fisher. Fisher now to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer gonna drive, and his ball is poked out, gets to Cheney, and now back to Oberfeld. Feld tries to go outside to Skiba. Skiba wants to drive inside, gives it inside there to Cheney. It's knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with the Pioneers. It was last touched by Mora Mustang. Oberfeld will get set to inbound here for the Pioneers. He's trying to go inside, but that's poked away, nearly stolen away, and Dallas Fix tried to keep it alive for his team, but it was taken back by the Pioneers. It's Skibo with it. He's inside. Should have been a travel as he fell with it, but it's going to be stolen away here by Max Sampson. Sampson will give it down the court here to Dallas Fix, and he tries to get out of a double team. Now out to Gage Brady at the top of the key, and he'll kind of reset the offense here, give it off near side to Oslin. Oslin to Fix, now on the far side to Brady. Brady, top of the key to Max Sampson, who wanted the three, pulls it down instead, gives it off now to Jonas Smart. Smart will look to drive inside. Bounce pass here to Oslin. Oslin, he'll give it back outside to Max Sampson here on the near side. Sampson faked a three a couple of times, and that rebound's going to go right to Dallas Fix, who puts it up and in for two. Dallas Fix will get the Mustangs on the board first, playing a little bit of a full court press here on the Pioneers. Here come the Pioneers with it. It's Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer gives it off here to Skiba. Skiba on the near side elbow, gives it off now to Fisher. It goes through his hands, but he's able to bring it in. Now trying to get around Gage Brady. He'll give it off now to Oberfeld. That's Cheney. Cheney now to Oberfeld. Oberfeld trying to drive inside. Puts up a shot off the backboard. It's no good. That rebound rattles around, but it finally falls into the hands of James Oslin. And we got a shoe untied, so that's what our whistle is for. Again, these referees, not only do they got to watch out for fouls and everything, but they got to watch out for, safety hazards like a untied shoe, because those laces can become quite slick, and you do not want to have anybody falling because of a shoelace. So we're back to play now as Fix gets it top of the key. Now over to the near side to Brady. Top of the key to Oslin. Far side to Jonas Smart. Smart looks for a screen from Oslin. He wanted to drive. He'll give it off to Fix. Now inside to Oslin. Up off the backboard and in for two. James Oslin makes it a 4-0 lead here for the Mustangs. And a little bit of four-court press here put on by the Mustangs. And now taking it up the court to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer will put up a little floater. It's no good. Rebounded by Cheney, who puts it up and in for two. Cheney with the first points on the board here for the Pioneers. Make it 4-2. Mustangs still with the lead. Bringing it up the court now is Jonas Smart. Jonas Smart will stand at the top of the key for three off the front of the rim. That's going to go out of bounds, so we'll go back to the Pioneers. Jonas Smart, I like the look. I like the shot selection, but just a little bit off on that one. Not enough juice to it. We did get a substitution. I didn't see who it was, though. Maybe we didn't. Oh, we did. So Pierz will get a substitution. It is number 2, Kyle Winsher. I'm going to spell that. There we go, Kyle Winsher. And now we're going to get a foul call here, I believe, on Mora, and that will be against Gage Brady. His first, team's first. Also get a substitution here for the Mora Mustangs. And for them, checking into the game is Josh Hegerness. And this ball is stolen away, though, by Gage Brady. And now it is, stolen right back as Stuckmeyer, his teammates got a hand on it, and he was able to grab it back down. So now the Pioneers have it inside, and that is poked and stolen away, this time by Maddox Balmer. Brady from the free throw line drains it for two. Balmer with a steal on that last possession on defense, and Stuckmeyer trying to bring it up the court here for the Pioneers. Gives it off far side to Wincher. Wincher is going to come up short on the three. Rebound there by Gage Brady. Gage Brady will slow things down. His team leads 6-2. Sampson at the top of the key gives it off far side to Brady. Brady a long three that's going to come up well short. Rebounded there by Wincher for the Pioneers. He'll give it off now to Oberfeld, and Oberfeld on the far side of the court, trying to work on Oslin. He makes a move, drives inside. Shot is up and no good. It was blocked from behind by Oslin. Could have been traveling, but I think they say maybe they got dual possession. And this ball nearly stolen away by James Oslin. Coming up with it, though, is Wincher. Wincher gives it off now to Fisher. Fisher trying to drive inside on Brady. Passes it back out here to Cheney. Cheney shot up no good, but he's fouled, and I think he'll go to the line for two. That's going to go on Maddox Balmer, his first, team's second. And Cheney at the line for two now. First one's up, no good. 13:37 in the first half. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Dr. Sievers is committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at embracemn.com. That shot is up and no good, and Balmer going to grab the rebound that time for the Mustangs, and they'll turn things around, bring it back up the court. Brady with it on the near side, gives it back top the key to Oslin. Far side here to Hegerness. Hegerness to Balmer inside. Balmer underneath, gives it off to Hegerness, but it's going to be a foul here on Pierz, and I think they, I don't know, that one looked like he might have had all ball, but foul either way. Back into the game is Skiba for Cheney. Looks like Smart and Fix will check in for Oslin and Sampson. Mora will get set to inbound here. 13:22 to go first half. It's Hegerness who will inbound to Brady on that far side. Jonah Smart top of the key. He'll wait. He'll give it back to Brady on the far side. Brady makes one move, and he's to the basket. Layup is in for two. My goodness. Just the quick twitch from Brady, and he's gone. As now Stuckmeyer has it for the Pioneers. Tried to get it inside to Skiba. It was poked away, but somehow Skiba comes back up with it. And now Skiba trying to get around Balmer. The shot is up, no good. Balmer going to grab the rebound for the Mustangs, and he'll give it off to Brady. Brady on that far side. He'll give it off now to Jonas Smart. Jonas Smart goes inside to Dallas Fix. Fix will put it up off the backboard, no good. He's usually 100% on those. That is like his copyright shot, but missed it on that one. Now Stuckmeyer going to bring it all the way the other way, and that one will be poked out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs, so they will hold on to it. Sampson going to check back in for Hegerness, and checking in for the first time here tonight for Fisher is number 0, Jack Procott. Taking it to the basket is Wincher, but now he gives it off near side to Stuckmeyer. His shot from three is no good. Rebounded by Dallas Fix. Fix gives it off now to Sampson near side. Sampson, elbow on the near side, gives it off far side now to Smart. Smart looking for a screen and almost got fouled there by Wincher, but then he drives to the basket to put it up and in for two from Jonas Smart. Make it 10-2 in favor of the Mustangs. Stuckmeyer has it, trying to drive in. He'll bounce pass here to Fisher, or excuse me, no, that's Wincher. Wincher now to Procott, who puts it up, no good. The rebound there by Skiba is no good, and then going to get a foul here on Pierz. It'll be their team's second, and the first on Skiba. James Oslin will check back in for Maddox Balmer. Looks like Oberfeld will check out in for him. Kim Fisher. Brady starts up the court with it. He gives it off far side to Sampson. Sampson now to Oslin. Now back to Brady. Brady circles around the perimeter. Gives it off to Jonas Smart. Far side elbow for three. It's good from Jonas Smart. First three on the board here for the Mustangs. Makes it 13-12. And coming up the court, Skiba trying to drive inside on Oslin. And now he gives it back out to Fisher. Fisher wide open for three. That's on the mark, and it's good. So the Pioneers answer a three with a three of their own. to make it 13-5. Mustangs still with the lead. Brady will call out the offensive play. We'll wait for the offense to set up. Now we'll give it off far side to Sampson. Sampson will stare at the defender. Now wait for the offense. Give it off to Oslin. Now Brady goes inside to Fix, and Fix, shot is no good, but he was fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. I think they got it on number 2, and that is Winsher. And it's his second, team's third. So Fix at the line to shoot 2 now for the Mora Mustangs. 10:53 to go here in the first half. Shot is up, no good by Fix. And that one is. So Fix misses one, makes one, and it's 14-5. Bring it up the court is Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer, it's Brady to go past him for a moment, but Brady with good defense, he gives it off now to Winsher. Winsher drives near side, and he'll give it off to Procott. Procott tries to drive inside, gives it off now to Fisher at the top of the key for 3. He wanted to go for 3, instead pulls it down. That shot was blocked by James Oslin, and he'll pull it down. Sampson now with it in the front court for the Mustangs, and calling out the offense. He wanted to go inside to Fix. Now gives it inside to Oslin. Now back to Fix. Fix up and in for 2. And going to get a whistle. I believe a timeout. We will get a timeout by Pierz. It'll be their first. They'll be left with 4 here in the game. So the Mustangs up early. 16-5 here over the Pierz Pioneers on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, helping you find a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Mustangs lead 16-5. Their leading scorer right now is Dallas Fix with 5 points. Also Jonas Smart with 5 as well. Then 4 for Gage Brady and 2 for James Oslin. So the Pierz Pioneers, after the timeout, will get set to inbound here. Inbound goes to Procott. Procott will look to bring it up the court for the Pierz Pioneers, and Procott, a sophomore, gives it off. Tried to go inside there to Fisher, and the ball's going to land on the court. Brady is going to try and grab it, but the referees call a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Mustangs, so the Mustangs will get it. Winsher checks in for Procott, and Mustangs have the ball right back. It's Brady with it on the far side. Tries to get around one defender. We do have a new member of the Mustangs checking in for the first time here tonight. That's Jack Lind, and he grabs the pass there from Oslin. He'll give it off far side here to Smart. To Oslin, inside to Lind. Oh, just a little too much on that layup there, and getting the rebound is number 41 for the Pioneers. That's going to be Garrett Cummings. We've got the rebound for Pierz. Pierz has it in their front court. It's Fisher who tries to drive inside, gives it back out to Oberfeld for 3. That's no good. And Gage Brady with an easy rebound there for the Mustangs, and he's going to take it up the court quickly and slow things down. Now try and work around one defender, and beautiful feed to Jack Lind inside for 2. Gage Brady thought about going up for that one, but instead of getting the contested shot, gave it off to Jack Lind, who put it up. An easy 2 for Jack Lind. Stuckmeyer has it. He's going to try and put a floater up towards the basket. It's no good. He gets his own rebound. And now he's going to try and reverse layup, and it falls. So, hey, he got it to work that time. 18-7, the Mustangs with the lead here in this game. Jonas Smart stands at the top of the key in the face of pressure. Puts up a 3. It's no good. Well, we got a foul here on Pierz. 8:33 to go first half. Ooh, and that is going to be Winsher with his 3rd foul, so he'll come and sit for a while. And I believe Jonas Smart will be shooting 3. So Smart at the charity line now, or charity stripe as we should call it. First one is good, making 19-7. Smart's second one is good as well to make it 20-7. Get us a couple substitutions. Balmer in for Oslin. We get Procott, Cheney, and Skiba in. Did not see the guys that checked out for Pierz there, but Jonas Smart looking to make all three. He does. And that will push their lead 21-7 now for the Mora Mustangs. But here comes Stuckmeyer for the Pioneers. He stops at that M Loco, in some trouble, but he'll give it off now to Skiba. Skiba on the near side tries to drive inside. In between two defenders, he'll give it back outside to Fisher. Fisher on the near side tries to drive inside, nearly lost his dribble. He'll put up a shot that is no good, and Brady a little upset with that call, and that was close, so it will send Fisher to the line for 2, as Brady has his second team foul. Only the team's third, though. First one is up and no good by Fisher. Mark Perry will check into the game now for the Mustangs for the first time here this evening. A couple of other Mustangs check in for Brady, Lind, and Smart. It's Hegernus, Perry, and Fix who check into the game. Fisher's second one is good, so he makes 1 of 2 that time for the Pioneers to make it 21-8. Mustangs have it in their front court now. On the far side, it's Dallas Fix who gives it off to Sampson, to Hegernus. Now back to Sampson in the far side corner for Fix. Fix gives it back to Hegernus. Now at the top of the key for Mark Perry. Perry to Hegernus, back to Perry, back to Sampson here on the near side. Sampson to Perry, back to Sampson. Sampson will take a 3. That's off the mark, and it's not going to hit anything. Hegernus will keep it alive, and Ballmer's going to grab the rebound for the Mustangs, and Hegernus will try on the far side. That's no good. A race for the rebound, and Dallas Fix comes up with the rebound that time for the Mustangs. He'll give it off to Perry, who races after it. Now to Hegernus in that far side corner. Back to Perry, who loses it for a moment, but he'll give it back to Sampson. Near side corner now to Fix. Fix will go to Hegernus, now to Perry, to Fix. Fix, wide open from 3, he's just going to take the shot. It's off the mark, and the Mustangs have been kind of off all night on those three-point shots, but the rebound racing after it was Balmer, and they go to the backcourt for it, but he comes up with it. Hegernus will give it off now to Perry, now to Sampson, who calls out a play. We'll get a screen from Hegernus and Perry. Wanted to take the 3, I think, but gives it off to Hegernus instead. Now back to Sampson. Back to Perry. Perry will take a 3. That's just off the mark. And Balmer trying to get it, but he'll be the last one to touch it out of bounds. He was racing against Skiba that time. And Oberfeld will check back into the game here for Pierz, in for Cheney. It'll be Skiba who will inbound for the Pioneers. He gets it to Fisher. Fisher. Oh, wow, Fisher on that far side with some speed. Going to get a foul here on Hegernus. That'll be the team's 4th, his first. Fisher showed off the wheels there on that trip to the front court, and then he was fouled. Stuckmeyer has it. Gets to the near side, gives it off to Skiba. Now on the far side, going inside here to Oberfeld. Oberfeld way back on the other side to the near side to Fisher. Looking to drive inside, gives it to Skiba, who did not get enough on that. And it's up, no good. Max Sampson going to get the rebound, and then he was fouled from behind. I think they're going to get Skiba on that one. That'll be his 2nd and the team's 5th. Sampson will inbound here for the Mustangs to Perry. And Perry will give it right back to Sampson, now in the front court to Hegernus. He's in the near side corner, gives it off to Sampson. Sampson, I think, wanted a screen, and Dallas Fix will move back and forth in and out of the paint. Sampson gives it off to Hegernus, now outside to Fix on the far side to Perry. Perry goes inside to Hegernus, inside to Balmer, and as he was in the air, he grabbed it and put it up and in for 2. Make it 23-8. Mustangs with the lead with 5:50 to go here in the first half. It's Oberfeld who has it. He's going to try and drive inside, and he traveled. One too many steps that time, and it was a nice drive to the basket by Oberfeld, but just one too many steps. Get a couple substitutions here as Hegernus, Perry, and Fix will check in. Brady, looks like Smart, and Oslin will check into the game for the Mustangs. 23-8 is the score. 5:40 now to go here in the first half. Sampson gives it inside to Balmer. Balmer, a little too much on that one as it's no good. And then he steals it away, does Balmer. It was rebounded by the Pioneers' Cheney, but he knocked it out and stole it back. So Smart has it. He'll give it inside to Sampson. Now outside to Gage Brady for three at the top of the key. Gage Brady makes it 26-8. And it's Fisher on the near side for the Pioneers. Gives it all the way across the court to Stuckmeyer. Pioneers wait for a call from their head coach. And now give it to Fisher. Fisher trying to drive inside. Loses the ball, but it rolls to his teammate Oberfeld. So Oberfeld been a pretty big presence there, and he's got some nice moves. He's swift for a big guy. Trying to go inside here to Cheney, and looks like they're going to get a foul on either Oslin or Balmer, but it's going to be on Oslin. His first and the team's fifth. Pierz will inbound to Oberfeld, trying to go inside and foul there. Cheney, smart job there by faking the shot, then going up and waiting for the defenders to come down basically on top of him. So he'll get the foul. It'll be the Mustangs' sixth team foul, and the second on Maddox Balmer, and Cheney will be at the line to shoot two for the Pioneers. First one, gets the friendly roll, and it will fall through to make it 26-9. Second one, no good. So Cheney made one of two there, and Zoslin with the rebound. 26-9 with 4:35 to go in the first half. Max Sampson gives it off to Gage Brady, who is wide open on the near side for three, no good. That rebound's going to be swatted out of bounds, and it will be last touched by the Mustangs. So it will go back the way of the Pierz Pioneers. Dallas Fix will check into the game for Maddox Balmer. Inbound here gets to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer trying to drive up court. He's double teamed. Now gives off to Fisher. Fisher will go near side to Procott. Procott trying to drive inside. He wanted to give it off there to Cheney. He does come down with it. Cheney's shot is up and no good. Max Sampson kind of mistimed that rebound jump, but Fix comes up with it. Fix will now give it to Smart. Now to Oslin on the far side to Gage Brady at the top of the key. Back to Oslin. Oslin will look. He'll fake. Give it off to Sampson now. Sampson will replace Oslin in his spot before he gives it off to Smart. In the far side corner for Dallas Fix. He wants to go to Sampson. He will go to Sampson. Gage Brady on the near side. Inside to Jonas Smart. It's poked out. Stolen away by Oberfeld, but stolen right back by Oslin, and then stolen right back by Stuckmeyer. So a little bit of grease on that ball there, apparently. Now the Pioneers have it. It's Fisher, whose shot is up, and it was blocked. I mean, a defender had a hand on it for the Mustangs, but somehow he double clutched and got it to fall. Make it 26-11. Mustangs have it in their front court with under 3.5 to go. It's Sampson who will give it off near side to Brady. Brady makes a move, gives it off now in the near side corner to Smart. Now to Sampson. Sampson goes inside to Oslin, back out near side corner for three from Jonas Smart. Oh, it rattles out, and it's rebounded there by Oberfeld. Oberfeld, and that one nearly stolen away by Fix, but Oberfeld gives it back to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer driving inside, puts up a shot. Floater no good. Rebounded here by Dallas Fix. Fix gives it off to Sampson. Sampson, top of the key, gives it off to Smart on the far side. Thought about three, instead gives it to Sampson, top of the key, going inside to Dallas Fix. Dallas Fix had that one, I think, partially blocked by Oberfeld, and he's going to bring it down. He'll give it off now to Fisher. Fisher trying to drive inside on Brady. Spin move, no good, and rebound again by Dallas Fix. It's Brady with it. Brady all the way across the court to Jonah Smart for three. It's going to come up well short, and an easy rebound that time for Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer will give it to Oberfeld. Oberfeld, here's the call from the head coach, and slowly brings it up the court with under 2 minutes to go now in the first half. He'll give it off to Fisher through some traffic of Mustang hands, and now Fisher back to Oberfeld. Oberfeld will hand it to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer on that far side elbow. Gives it off now to Procott. Procott to Fisher. Fisher back to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer makes a move on Sampson, drives inside, and he'll get the shot to roll. Oh. Oh. You're going to get Dallas Fix on a foul there. I will respectfully disagree on that one. Fix, I think he's just looking to his bench, to his coach, saying, what else could I have done? I think that was pretty good defense there by him. So the free throw was good. Make it 26-14. Mustangs have it in front of their court. And now it's Jonah Smart. Puts it up, no good on the floater. Rebound that time by Cummings. Inside Oberfeld, he's going to get called for the charge. Oberfeld going to get called for the offensive foul. That'll be his first team's sixth, and I was not looking at that one in time to see exactly what happened. All I seen was the charge call. Gage Brady has it for the Mustangs in the front court, who will give it off to Max Sampson. Now to Jonah Smart. Jonah Smart gives it off to Sampson, near side corner with under a minute to go. That misses everything, and an easy rebound there for Cummings. He'll quickly get it up the court here to Procott. Procott catches up with it, now gives it off to Stuckmeyer. Now top the key to Fisher. Fisher trying to drive around the defense, gives it off to Stuckmeyer. Far side three is good. And just when it looked like the Mustangs had firm control of this one, the Pioneers have all of a sudden made a comeback and have dropped their deficit down to 9. Under 30 seconds to go. Mustangs look, maybe they'll just look for the last shot here of the first half. Sampson has it, gives it off to Jonah Smart on that far side. Now back to Sampson. Sampson and Smart back between each other with the passing. Sampson will now drift towards the near side. Now under 10 seconds to go. This is when they'll start get the offensive call to go. Now 5 seconds to go. Smart gives it off to Gage Brady. Gage Brady to Max Sampson. Sampson steps inside. He'll put up a floater. No good. So we will go to halftime. The Mustangs, they do lead here at halftime, but can't be feeling great about the last half performance they gave up to the Pioneers. It's 26-17. The Mustangs with the lead, but again, a nice run there by the Pioneers at the end of this first half to get within 9 as they were down by double digits. So halftime here in Mora, the Mustangs lead over the Pierz Pioneers 26-17 in this Granite Ridge Conference matchup. We'll take commercial break here, word from our fine sponsors, and then when we come back, I'll recap the first half, give them my keys to the second half for the Mora Mustangs, what I think they need to do to get the victory, and then we will be set for action again in the second half. You're listening to Boys Basketball on 95.5 FM, KBEK.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franz and Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzandbank.com/getThere. Franz and Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
No appointment? No problem. Injuries and feeling ill don't always happen during normal business hours. That's why Wellia Health has urgency services open 7 days a week. Urgency Services in Pine City offers the care you need when you need it. Hours are now 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. No need to call or make an appointment. Just stop in. When tomorrow isn't soon enough and normal business hours just won't do, you can count on Wellia Health to be there for you. Live life well at Wellia Health.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 3 boys playing varsity hockey. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County, and he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you in your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora, or visit roddymotors.com, RODDY motors.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franz and Bank and Trust mortgage consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franz and Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzandbank.com/getThere. Franz and Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
No appointment? No problem. Injuries and feeling ill don't always happen during normal business hours. That's why Wellia Health has urgency services open 7 days a week. Urgency Services in Pine City offers the care you need when you need it. Hours are now 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. No need to call or make an appointment. Just stop in. When tomorrow isn't soon enough and normal business hours just won't do, you can count on Wellia Health to be there for you. Live life well at Wellia Health.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 3 boys playing varsity hockey. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County, and he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you in your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora, or visit roddymotors.com, RODDY motors.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Back here on 95.5 FM, KBEK. Halftime, they have their kind of shoot around where they have you shoot from the free throw, then the 3-point, then the half court, and if you make it, you get, I think, a Gatorade bottle. I think you get a nice Gatorade. That's nice and refreshing. Oh, go for a Gatorade right now. Back in this game here, stat-wise, Mustangs lead 26-17 at half over the Pierz Pioneers, and leading the way for Pierz in the first half was Joey Stuckmeyer with 8 points, 6 for Kirby Fisher, and 3 for Jonathan Cheney. They had 16 fouls and 3 steals in that first half. On the other side, for the Mora Mustangs, leading the way was Jonas Smart with 8 points. Followed him closely was Gage Brady with 7, 5 for Dallas Fix, and then 2 for James Oslin, Maddox Balmer, and Jack Lind. They had 5 steals there in that first half, a block from James Oslin, and 7 team fouls. So it was a really good start there for the Mora Mustangs, but late in that first half, the Pioneers were on their way, marching to a comeback, and they pulled within 9 of the Mustang lead before halftime, and Mustangs just kind of were out of sorts there after the Pierz Pioneers kind of gotten their offensive groove and really started to get things going. And it wasn't that the Mustangs were doing bad on offense, they just weren't able to hit a lot there in the last 3 minutes of the first half, but they still do hold a 26-17 lead, and don't let that that kind of low score fool you for the Mustangs. They know how to play very good defense, and they can obviously score a lot of points. I mean, they have scored a lot of points this year, but in their losses again, as we look at it, they have 3 losses, and in those 3 losses they have failed to score 65 points up until this mark. And that one loss is against Zimmerman. Adam Hefty was calling that game, and he's actually calling the Bramley Central game over on 100.9 FM. Thanks to him for calling that game. But he was saying that loss was a lot closer than what it said on the scoreboard. He said Mora probably, give him 2 more minutes, would have won that game. So Mora, but again, that's a conference loss, and that's a loss that Mora's going to look back on and go, okay, well, how can we not lose that game to Zimmerman? And they'll get to play, not have to, but they'll get to play Zimmerman, I believe, once more. No, they will not. Zimmerman not in their class, not in their section. They are a Class 3A team, so they will not get to play Zimmerman again. Interesting. Usually you play all your conference teams twice, but they will not get that opportunity here this year to play Zimmerman twice. They'll play a couple of more conference teams after tonight's game. They will play Little Falls next Tuesday, then next Friday they'll host Malacca. Then the following Thursday they will travel to Foley, then host Aiken. That is not a conference opponent, but it just every time I talk about Aiken, it feels like it's a conference opponent. Then at the end of the year, they will travel to St. Cloud Cathedral for their final game of the regular season. So their regular season ends March 3rd, and then literally I believe it's 8 days after that, maybe even 6 to 8 days after that is when playoffs start for boys basketball. So we're getting closer and closer. That March Madness, you can just feel it starting to gain its momentum. Of course, March Madness, I think, we talk about March Madness with college a lot, but I think it's underestimated how March Madness is with high school basketball, especially here in the state of Minnesota. I know we're the state of hockey, and that gets, sold out literally each and every year, and each and every year it sets a new record. But the basketball here in the state of Minnesota is just as fun. And, of course, it's not at the same time as hockey, so a lot of times the basketball is just as full as the hockey is. So it'll be interesting to see how many of our local teams will make a deep push this year and play. Of course, we hope all of them do. That's the only thing we want to see is all of our local listening teams in the area to make a deep push into the playoffs and make it to state. But unfortunately, not all of them can because a lot of them play in the same section. So we take a look over in that North Branch Sauk Rapids Rice girls basketball game. Sauk Rapids Rice is up right now 51-47 over the North Branch girls, thanks to Joe Lattimore for the update there. And 18 minutes about to go back up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your Customized Smile journey starts with a free consultation. A team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with Custom Braces or Invisalign. They will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options because they'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. 18 minutes back up on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Pierz will get set to inbound. They'll move right to left on your radio dial in the second half, left to right for the Mustangs. And inbound goes right away to Stuckmeyer, and he'll take it front court and now give it off to Fisher. Fisher drives inside, picks up his dribble, gives it to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer drives inside, puts up a shot, and he gets it to float through. And that's big for Pierz, I believe. I think scoring first here in the second half was a big key. And they were able to score first to make it 26-19. Mustangs will now have it in their front court passing as they so much like to do. It'll be Dallas Fix on the far side who has it. Going inside to James Oslin. A long floater is no good. And rebounded there by Skiba. Maybe rushed that shot a little bit. And he was a good distance out from the basket. He's got long arms, but that might have been just a tad too far. As now Fisher will give it off here to Oberfeld. Oberfeld, nice spin move, drives inside, puts up a shot. It's no good. And Oslin is going to grab the rebound. Oslin will take it the other way and give it to Brady. Now on the near side to Smart. Brady gets it back from Smart, gives it to Max Sampson in the far side. Now it gets all the way over to Smart. On the near side to Sampson. Sampson thought about a 2 there, but instead fakes the 2, gives it off to Jonas Smart. Jonas Smart inside, puts it up and in for 2. Nice passing there by the Mustangs, and Sampson to Smart, and now Stuckmeyer is stuck with it, and now he'll give it off to Skiba. Skiba trying to drive inside. He'll give it off far side to Fisher for 3. That's no good, and Oberfeld going to grab the rebound and try to give it off to Cheney, and that's no good, but looks like he, nope, I think it was out of bounds. Oh, no, we're going to get a foul here on the Pierz Pioneers. That'll be on Cheney, his first, team's first of the second half. Again, they had 6 in that first. 28-19 is the Mustang lead. And it's Brady. Gives it off to Sampson. Now on the far side to Smart. Smart goes inside to Sampson. Sampson guarded well. Gives it back outside to Brady. Now to Dallas Fix, to Brady again. Nice move by Brady, and now it's Sampson with it on the near side. Sampson will dribble back out. He wanted to go inside to Oslin, instead gives it to Brady, who gives it to Fix. Back to Brady, now to Sampson again. Sampson on the near side. Looking to drive to the basket, but Pierz kind of guarding the paint right now. And a long 3 there from Jonas Smart, but he gets it to fall over the defender to make it 31-19. And this shot from Skiba is no good. It's rebounded there by Cheney, and he turns around, puts it back up and in for 2. That's just an effort play there by Cheney to make it a 10-point deficit. 31-21. Mustangs with it. It's Sampson. And again, oh, this pass is tipped, stolen away by Skiba. And the 2 from Fisher plus the and 1. Foul is on Fix, his second, team's first of the second half. And Hagerness, no, we'll get a timeout first. So Fisher with the 2, possible 3-point play with the and 1. It's 31-23, and the Mustangs take a timeout. Not liking what they're seeing right now. They will take a timeout and try and get things going back their way, as they still have a lead, but it is quickly diminished from what was a double-digit lead now down to 8. And if Fisher can convert the 3-point play, it'll be a 7-point lead. Oh, the Mustangs and Pioneers back out on to the court. Again, Fisher at the line for the possible and 1. That is good. 3-point play there for Fisher to make it 31-24. Now a 7-point lead only for the Mustangs, and we would like to get things going back their way. Nice pass into Oslin. He's quickly guarded by nearly the entire team of Pierz, and then Sampson had a nice drive, but he traveled before the shot got off, so ball will go back to the Pioneers on a turnover. Get a whistle, and we'll have Procott a late sub. He'll come in now for Skiba. And ball gets to Fisher all the way across the court to Oberfeld for 3. And wow, Oberfeld showing he can really do it all. And again, he moves really well for a big guy. I'm not saying he's big by any means, but He's tall, and he is muscular. And he moves well. But Jonah Smart trying to answer back with a three from the far side. He will. To make it 34-27, back up to a 7-point lead for the Mustangs, whose lead was only 4. Just one basket to go. Get another foul here on Mora. Gonna get it on Jonah Smart, his first, team's second. Oslin will come to the bench and rest, and Balmer will take his place on the court. 34-27 with 14:10 to go here in the first half. Oberfeld will get the inbound pass, guarded by Smart, and he'll give it now to Procott. Procott looking to drive inside, and he stops. A nice jump there, but no good on that shot as Sampson grabs the rebound here for Mora. He'll give it off to Brady on the near side, back to Sampson. He'll go all the way across the court to Hegernus. Back to Sampson, back to Hegernus again, and Sampson. Brady. And now it gets to Jonah Smart in the near side corner for 3, and that was a little bit of a rush shot there from Smart. And now Oberfeld with another rebound here for the Pioneers. He looks to drive inside. He'll hold on to it. Give it now to Stuckmeyer at the top of the key. Stuckmeyer tries to drive inside. Spin move is cut off. Now Procott with a nice move and tried to pass it inside. Probably should have taken the shot. One too many passes there as it was stolen away by Sampson. There is such thing as too many passes, believe it or not, and I think that one was one of them. Probably could have taken a shot. The shot here from Brady is no good. Rebounded by Oberfeld. Oberfeld, again, he has showed that he can do it all. Look at the moves there by Oberfeld. He hasn't made a basket from inside as that one's going to be blocked by Maddox Balmer, but man, he has got some nice moves. So Balmer with the block that time. Fisher and Cheney will check out. In for them is Wincher and Kirby. Or Skiba. It's Kirby. Skiba. I don't know where I got that. Either way, Pierz does have it, and it's Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer backs things up, trying to set up Sampson. Spin move, and then he passes it back to Wincher. Now to Stuckmeyer, and that one rattles through. 34-29, the 5-point lead for the Mustangs. Brady, near side, gives it to Sampson, back to Brady, and they'll probably pass quite a bit between themselves. In fact, he gets to Smart on the far side. Smart wants to go inside now to Hegernus. Inside to Balmer, and that one falls through, in for 2. So Balmer was fouled, and he'll go to line for the possible 3-point play. That's going to go against Procott, his first, team's second here of the second half. Couple substitutions. Gage Brady and Hegernus will come out. It's Dallas Fix and James Oslin back in. And again, a possible 3-point play here for Balmer. No good. So only 2 there as Oberfeld another rebound for the Pioneers. 36-29 is the lead for the Mustangs, and we've got 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Stuckmeyer gives it off to Wincher. Wincher to Oberfeld. Oberfeld trying to drive inside. Again, hasn't made one from inside, and that one was partially blocked. Stuckmeyer for 3. 36-32. Pierz has kind of found their groove here late in that first half, and it's continued into the second half, and they have put Mora in a little bit of trouble. Sampson on the far side gives it to Smart. Smart now to Oslin, goes inside to Balmer, and Balmer is going to be fouled by Pioneer. It'll be a third team foul here on the Pierz Pioneers, and then the second on Procott. Smart will look to inbound. He wants to go to Oslin. He does get it into Oslin. Now to Sampson. Sampson tries to drive inside, gives it back outside to Oslin. To Fix in the near side corner for Smart, and was knocked out of bounds there by Wincher. Brady will sub back into the game for Jonah Smart. And a late substitution here for the Pioneers. It'll be Oberfeld out. In for him is Fisher. Oslin will get set to inbound for the Mustangs. He does to Sampson. Sampson on the near side, gives it to Oslin in the corner. Oslin, if he stays there, Winsher is getting a little handsy with Oslin. If he stays there, he might get a foul on Winsher. Gage Brady gets the pass back from Oslin for three. It's no good. Oh, Fix had it. But it's going to go out of bounds off of a Pioneer knee. Fix did a great job almost getting that rebound, but it will travel out of bounds. And 36-32 is the score here for the Mustangs. They lead with under 11 minutes to go now on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. And now a three from Brady is through. Gage Brady for three. Mustangs really need to get things going their way right now. The Pierz offense is just moving the ball the way they want and getting everything to fall. Procott with it now. He'll drive inside, put up a floater, and that's no good. Getting the rebound, though, an easy rebound. That time for Winsher. And it's Stuckmeyer with it, and he'll take it back to the M logo. Tries to drive inside on Brady. Spin move, back out to Winsher. Winsher, he'll look to drive inside. Gives it back to Fisher. Fisher nearly falls down, and that ball's going to be stolen away by Balmer. Stolen right back by Stuckmeyer, whose shot is up no good. Skiba with the rebound, but I'm going to say a foul here on the Mustangs. It's going to be on Balmer, his third, team's third. And oh my goodness, I think Fisher's got a cut on his head. Well, they had to check him out of the game, unfortunately, for Pierz. He's got a little gash on the side of his head. Must have got an elbow, unfortunately. Hopefully he's all right, and he'll be able to get back into the game. Skiba, by the way, no good on the first. Jonah Smart checks in for Maddox Balmer. And Cummings in for Winsher. Brahma's up on East Central, 46-21 with 6 minutes to go in that girls' basketball game. Skiba no good on the second. Rebound still up for grabs, and Cummings comes down with it for Pierz. And Cummings stepped on the baseline before he got the pass away, so the ball will go back to the Mora Mustangs. Brady will get it inbounded here to Sampson. Sampson now to Fix, goes to Smart. In the near side corner, wanted to go to Fix, and Fix might have been pushed, but it was stolen away there by Cummings. And stolen right back by Fix, so Fix gets a little bit of revenge there, and he's going to take it to the basket, put it up, and in for two. So Fix makes it a 41-32 lead here for the Mustangs with under 9.5 to go here in the second half. And it's Stuckmeyer with it. Gives it off now to Procott. Procott wanted to go to Oberfeld, instead to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer trying to drive inside. Back out here to Cummings. Cummings, near side corner, trying to drive inside on Fix, but Fix guards him well. Now gives it off to Stuckmeyer. Floaters up no good, and Cummings got the rebound. Now to Oberfeld. Oberfeld will hand it off to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer pass across to Procott. Procott, he'll give it back to Stuckmeyer. Guarded by Brady. Stuckmeyer gives it out to Procott. Procott now goes inside, back out to Stuckmeyer for three. That's no good, and Brady will get the rebound here for the Mustangs. Dallas Fix has it now on the far side corner, gives it to Max Sampson. Sampson now to Brady. Brady back to Sampson. Sampson's thinking about that long three, but Ted gives it off to Fix, now to Jonas Smart on the far side for three. Dallas Fix had the rebound for a moment. Gonna get a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Mustangs. Cole Schwarzbauer will check into the game for the first time here tonight for the Mustangs. Comes in for Fix. So possession arrow favors the Mustangs, and they will inbound. It's Smart who gives it off to Oslin, and again, a little bit of a rush shot there, it feels like, from Oslin, who Cummings will get the rebound, but who had an opportunity there, but they wanted the quick inbound and take the shot, which I understand, but that one might have been a little bit too quick, a little bit too rushed, as now Procott has it on the pass from Wincher, and he'll give it off to Cummings now. Cummings trying to drive inside on Sampson, and got away with a travel that time, and it's all right because Oslin will pull down the rebound. Sampson trying to drive inside, nearly had that one taken away, gives it to Oslin. Now on the near side for Smart. He thought about three, and he'll pull it down, give it to Sampson, who will drive inside, and yeah, that's going to be a Sampson foul, as got to lean into that one. Now, if that were football, that would have been an absolute truck. But this is basketball. Maybe even hockey, too. That would have been a nice move. But that's going to be the first foul on Sampson. The team's fourth here in the second half. A 41-32 lead for the Mustangs with under 7.5 to go now. As Procott will bring it up the court for the Pioneers. Procott trying to drive inside. Stops. Now in some trouble. It was nearly stolen away by Brady, but it does wind up getting to Fisher. Fisher. This one is going to be stolen away by Jonas Smart, and he'll slow things down, wait for the team to catch up. Now to Schwarzbauer for three. That's going to be no good, and Max Sampson will gather in the rebound. He gives it off far side to Brady, who will pull up from just inside the perimeter. No good. Oslin with the rebound that time. Now to Smart. Smart will give it off to Oslin in the near side corner. Oslin, he's been looking to find a way inside all night, but they've done a good job of kind of double teaming him inside there, and that pass tipped, but it does get to Brady. Brady gives it to Smart. Smart double team. Now to Sampson. Sampson. He's been open on those long threes, but they've almost been too long, and it's kind of a smart move that he hasn't taken those long threes. And now inside, Oslin finally finds a way inside to the basket for two to make it 43-32. Under 6.5 to go. The Brace Orthodontic Scoreboard. Dr. Sievers is committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. That one no good. Another rebound there for Oslin. Brady, nice move, drives inside, gives it back out to Jonas Smart for three. That's well off the mark, and Schwarzbauer had it, but he touched the baseline, and it will stay with the Pioneers. And Oslin will come and get a rest, and Ballmer in for him. Under 6 minutes to go. A little bit of full court press here by the Mustangs. Stuckmeyer gives it off up the court to Wincher, and a three there from Stuckmeyer is good. Makes it 43-35, and with the Pierz offense still in a groove, we're in for a fun finish. Brady no good on that shot, and it winds up in the hands of Stuckmeyer for the rebound. Pass gets to Oberfeld. Again, he's been showing off the moves. Hasn't been able to get anything on the board so much yet. He did get a three, I should say, but the shot from Skiba, no good. Smart had the rebound, but they're going to get Ballmer for the foul. That'll be his fourth, team's fifth, and I believe it's Skiba at the line to shoot two. Good on the first. Make it 43-36, and again, if the Pierz offense can stay hot, we're in for a really, really fun finish. Schwarzbauer and Ballmer check out. Oslin and Hegerness check into the game. So Skiba's second one is through. He made them both, and it's 43-37. So a 6-point game and a lead here for the Mustangs late. Clock ticking, but they're going to have to find a way to stop this Pierz offense and get some more of their own shots to fall. Jonas Smart has the pass from Oslin. He thought about three, pulls it down, Give it now to Max Sampson on the near side. To Jonas Smart. Now to Max Sampson again. Sampson, this one. His foot was definitely on the baseline on that steal from Fisher. Fisher stepped out of bounds, but they didn't see it. A three from Stuckmeyer, and that one was rushed way too much, and the rebound still for grabs. He's lucky, though, because Fisher's going to come up with the rebound. Oberfeld now. Oberfeld trying to drive in on Smart. Gives it off to Fisher. Fisher wanted to go one way, but gives it off to Winsher instead. Winsher back out to Fisher. For three, that's no good, and Brady brings in the rebound here for the Mustangs. 43-37, under 4.5 to go in that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Helping you find a smile you embrace forever at embracemn.com. Sampson on the near side to Smart. I'm sure they'll try and just take some time off the clock here. And that Pierz offense has been just hot ever since late in the first half. Brady looks to drive inside, backs it out to Hegerness. Now to Smart. Smart nearly had that one stolen away. He pinned it to his leg, so he has to pass it, but it's it to Sampson. Sampson now to Hegerness. Now to Sampson, and they need a foul here on the Pioneers. That'll be on Winsher. Winsher's his fourth, team's fourth. Winsher will check out, and I didn't see who came in for him. Looks like it's Cheney who subbed in for him. So we get a timeout here by the Mustangs. They'll be left with 3 here in the game. They lead 43-37. I'm sure it's not going the way they would have thought, they would have liked. But in these tough games, you really find out what your team is like, and you realize how long they can fight. And they put up a good one here today, as have the Pioneers. By the way, in that girls' basketball game over on 100.9 FM between the Brand Bombers and the East Central Eagles, the Brand Bombers get the victory, 56-24. That's a good comeback win for them, as they lost to Pine City and gave up the conference title to Pine City on Tuesday. So a good comeback win, especially a conference win for the Brand Bombers. The Wild right now, it has been tough for them lately. They are trailing the Golden Knights now 4-1 in period number 2. Just when they get your hopes up. But either way, in our game, the Mora Mustangs lead 43-37 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 3:35 to go in the game. Mustangs lead by 6, and it feels like it's pretty much been all Pierz since late in the first half. They've really had everything going their way, and for the Pioneers, they got to be happy with how they're playing. And now we get a inbound here for the Mustangs, and Brady to to Smart. Now inside to Oslin, to Brady for 3. That's good. Gage Brady for 3 will make it 46-37. Stuckmeyer will bring it up the court, give it to Oberfeld. Oberfeld will put up a 3. That was a little bit quick on that trigger, but he got it to fall, does Oberfeld. Wow. 46-40. Mustangs lead by 6, and that pass nearly stolen away by the Pioneers, but Brady on that far side for 3 again. Gage Brady for 3. $49-40, but a foul here on Mora, plus and 1. That one's going to go against Oslin. His second, team 6th, and at the line for the possible 3-point play is Skiba. Fix will check in for Hegerness. So Skiba at the line for the possible 3-point play, which would be huge at this point with 2:41 to go. Good. So Skiba gets a 3-point play to cut the lead back down to 6. And Pierz will, they're not going to play full court like I look like they might, but they wait for Mora in the front court. 2.5 minutes to go. Mora leads by 6, trying not to get upset on their home court by another conference opponent. Smart with it on the near side, gives it to Sampson. He wants to go to Brady. Oh my goodness, Oberfeld. A little bit of an ill-advised foul that time. Maybe that was their plan, but I don't know if that's the guy you want to be fouling at this point. It's Max Sampson. That'll be the team's 5th and Oberfeld's 2nd. Cheney checks out, in for him is Wincher. Sampson does not have believe it or not, doesn't have any points on the board tonight. So that only being their 5th, it won't send anybody to the line. They've got 2 more to give. But we're working on 2:05 now to go. Sampson in some trouble. He'll give it off to Oslin. Back to Sampson now. And they'll drain some and as much clock as they can. As under 2 minutes to go. Smart gives it off to Brady. Brady will duck between 2 defenders, give it off to Smart. That's off the mark for 3. But Dallas Fick's going to bring in the rebound here for Mora. He's under some pressure, but he takes it to the basket. Reverse layup is up and in for 2. 51-43. With creeping up on 1.5 minutes to go. This pass inside to Stuckmeyer. Stuckmeyer trying to get around the defenders. He'll put up a floater. It's no good. Skiba came down with the rebound, and his shot was up and no good. And I respectfully disagree on that call. I don't think that should have been a foul, as it's the 17th foul for Mora and the 3rd on James Ozany. I don't think that one was as much of a foul as they think it was. So Skiba will go to line to shoot 2. Mustangs up by 8 with 1:24 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Skiba misses the first. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team over there wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom braces or Invisalign. You can find out more at embracemn.com. Skiba misses the first. And misses the second. Oh, rebound was so important there. Skiba got his own rebound, but it's now stolen away by Max Sampson. And we'll get a foul here on Stuckmeyer. And Sampson will, it won't be to the line yet, there, gentlemen. It's only the 16th foul on the Pioneers and the 1st on Stuckmeyer. Sampson, hey, if you can trick him into getting you the free throw, why not? But not quite. Sampson tried. I like the effort, but just 1 foul away. Looks like Sampson might have some blood on him now. So they're going to get Sampson over to the sideline, and a timeout called here by the Mora Mustangs, who lead 51-43. Mustangs will be left with 2 to go for the rest of the game. And 51-43, the Mustangs lead. The Pierz Pioneers have done a great job of making the comeback in this one and closing that gap from what was a large double point deficit to now only a 8-point deficit, and they've gotten as close as 4. So Pierz, they know that they can get this done. Should be no panic if you are the Pioneers. You should panic, though, if you're a Wild fan. They're now trailing 5-1 in the second period. Oh, not that anybody cares about that score, but as Minnesota fans, I think we all care because we all get sucked in each and every year just to be disappointed in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, what is with it? Are we cursed? We might be. I know who isn't cursed, though. These local teams aren't cursed because, man, oh, man, each and every year they provide us with such great action. And it's no shortage of it this year as we're creeping up on playoffs about a month away. Mustangs trying to get another conference win, improve in their section as well. And Gage Brady tried to take it in, and he'll give it off to Fix. 2 plus the and 1. 53-43. That's an important point because now that makes it a 10-point lead for the Mustangs. The foul there on Oberfeld. It'll be his third, team's seventh. So Mustangs will shoot one now from here on out. That shot no good, so only 2 there for Fix. A rebound by Skiba. Skiba's really come on in this second half. Oberfeld, I'm sure you want it in his hands. He's been making those deep threes. Nearly losing it was Winsher. He gives it off to Stuckmeyer. Now to Skiba, whose shot is up and no good. Oslin going to get the rebound, and then they foul him pretty hard. That is going to go against Fisher, his first, team's 8th. The Mustangs will go to line to shoot a 1-and-1 with 48 seconds to go. Cheney will check in for Skiba. Oslin with a 1-and-1. First one is up and good off the backboard. 54-43. That is a huge free throw right there. Procott will check in for Winsher. And Oslin's second one, it rattles out. So 1 for Oslin. And then rebounded there by Cheney. Stuckmeyer, shot is up, no good. Rebounded here by Gage Brady. Brady will get it into the front court, and he's going to be fouled by Stuckmeyer, his second, team's 9th, and Brady will go to line for a 1-and-1. 54-43, 33 seconds to go. Brady's first one is up and good to make it 55-43. So, not sure of the call there. They called off the second shot for a violation. I think they said it was on Smart for moving, or he wasn't where he was supposed to be. Either way, it's a 13-point lead for the Mustangs. And it looks like we get a foul here on the Mustangs. Their team's 8th, the 3rd for Gage Brady. Oberfeld at the line for a 1-and-1 with 26 seconds to go. Oh, no, it's a shooting foul. So 2 here for Oberfeld. He makes the first, 56-44. Second one, good. Oh, it's 3? Wow, what did I miss? He makes all 3. Wow. 56-46. It's a 10-point deficit. And now we get a timeout from the Pierz Pioneers. We'll use one of their 4 left, now down to 3. And, Pierz, give them credit. They've done a very good job of holding on to these timeouts till late in this game. Unfortunately, it got out to a 10-point lead now for the Mustangs. So it's not impossible for the Pierz Pioneers, but it's clock is not in their favor, and neither is the Mustangs offense, because the Mustangs offense has finally found a rhythm, and they're getting to the line for some free throws. But a 10-point lead here still for the Mustangs. 56-46 they lead. Trying to grab another conference victory, and a conference win here this evening would make them 6-3 on the year. Their 3 losses have unfortunately come in the conference. Their 2 losses to Albany and 1 to Zimmerman, and they don't get to play Zimmerman again this year, so that is unfortunate for them, because the revenge games are always fun, and Albany, double-digit victory over Mustangs here, and then a 1-point victory over in Albany. Mora again, hopefully Mora and Albany can meet up in that section playoffs, maybe even in the section championship to go to state. Man, what a game that would be. A full timeout there from Pierz, and now both teams back out onto the court. Mustangs lead by 10, 56-46. Running the baseline that time was Sampson, and he'll give it off to Brady. Brady now to Oslin, back to Brady. They're going to waste as much time as they can. They do. And Brady was finally fouled with 19 seconds to go. He'll go to line to shoot 2 now, as that'll be their 10th team foul. The second there on Fisher. I mean, it's... So Brady will shoot 2. First one is up and good, 57-46. And I don't want to quite say nail in the coffin with that shot, but it's going to be tough to come back from 11 down with under 20 to go. So Brady only makes 1 of 2 there. 57-46. Oberfeld from long range 3. Oh, it's on the mark, no good. Rebounded by Cheney. A long 3 there from Fisher. Will duck it under a double-digit deficit, 57-49. It's an 8-point lead for the Mustangs, but only 7.7 seconds to go. Will probably do in the Pioneers here this evening. Not over yet, but the 8-point lead with 7 seconds to go is pretty hard to overcome if you're the Pioneers. So the Mustangs will look to improve with another win here this evening, and they will improve to 15-3, 6-3 in the conference. And they will not play again this week. Believe it or not, yeah, it's weird. But they will play again next week, next Tuesday. And we'll cover that in our post-game coverage. Of course, you're listening to this game on nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. And I will be your host again tomorrow. If you're listening to the morning show this morning, I will be your host again tomorrow on KBEK, filling in for Rock and Robin Riley. Morning show from 6 to 9 a.m. And TGIF tomorrow. Yes, thank God it's Friday. It seems like it has been too long of a week. And maybe it's just been that long because we're starting to, get these warmer temperatures, and now all we want is warm temperatures all the time. And we have to be patient. And in Minnesota, I think once we get to the end of January, beginning of February, maybe mid-February, we start to lose our patience with warm weather. So maybe that's why. Follow here on Pierz against Brady, and I believe that will be against Fisher. No, it's Fisher. So Brady will go to line to shoot 2, and if he makes, I think, any one of these, it's pretty much sealed it. Good on the first, 58-49. Just don't see enough time for Pioneers to make a comeback here down 9 with, 6 seconds to go. And that one's no good, so 1 of 2 there for the Mustangs, and get it, I think, out of bounds or a foul. I think he was out of bounds. So 2 seconds to go, and an inbound, and that will do it. So the final here in Mora, the Mustangs get the victory 58-49 over the Pierz Pioneers, and a win's a win. They'll have to look at what they need to correct going forward, as it wasn't the prettiest of wins, but sometimes it doesn't need to be pretty. Sometimes you want to see your team fight in a game like this, especially in the conference, and they did here tonight. 6-3 in the conference now are the Mora Mustangs, and they will have another one starting next week. We'll take a commercial break. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors, and when we come back, we'll recap this game and show you what's coming up. You're listening to Boys Basketball here on KBEK.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
No appointment? No problem. Injuries and feeling ill don't always happen during normal business hours. That's why Wellia Health has urgency services open 7 days a week. Urgency Services in Pine City offers the care you need when you need it. Hours are now 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. No need to call or make an appointment. Just stop in. When tomorrow isn't soon enough and normal business hours just won't do, you can count on Wellia Health to be there for you. Live life well at Wellia Health.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 3 boys playing varsity hockey. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County, and he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you in your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora, or visit roddymotors.com, RODDY motors.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Back here on nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Your Mora Mustangs get the victory 58-49 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. So the Mora Mustangs get the victory here this evening over the Pierz Pioneers in the conference, 58-49. Again, wasn't the prettiest of victories here for the Mora Mustangs, but again, sometimes it doesn't need to be. They were up double digits in that first half, early on in that first half, and then as the half went along, they started to give up points to Pierz, and that you can't really fault Mora because they did a really good job, but Pierz just started to get something going on offense. They started to find a rhythm. They started to get into a groove. They started to hit everything that they wanted, and they were still down by double digits just under double digits at 9 going into half, 26-17, and then came back out of the half and continued where they left off there in the second half, and in fact, they scored 32 points here in the second half to the Mustangs' 32. So both scored the same amount of points, but man, oh man, what a turn of events there for Pierz. They were looking like they were going to get blown out of the water, and all of a sudden they started to get everything they wanted to fall, and they kept it close. Again, they brought their deficit within 4, but Mora just able to hold on here in this one, just able to continue to keep scoring enough, and their defense kept the Pioneers off the board long enough, and the Mustangs get the victory here in this one, 58-49. Their defense played pretty well. Their offense played pretty well. And again, a lot of times they don't allow a ton of points. In fact, they barely allow 50 at times. And as we take a look at the Mora Mustangs, who do get the victory here this evening and improve to 15-3 on the season, 6-3 in the conference. This was not a section game, just a conference game here for the Mora Mustangs, but they do improve to 15-3 on the year, and they will sit at that second place spot in the section. Again, as we look at the lowest scores allowed in this section, Mora, yeah, they have the best defense at only allowing 45 points a game. The next lowest is Annandale Melrose, who allow 49 points a game. So the Mustangs do a really good job of holding teams down without points here, and they will look to continue to improve as this season goes along for themselves. They, as we look at their stats, were led in scoring by Gage Brady, who had a big second half with 13 points in the second half, gives him 20 total. 16 were added by Jonas Smart, 11 from Dallas Fix, and then 5 scored by James Oslin, 4 from Maddox Balmer, and 2 from Jack Lind. Rebound-wise, it was Oslin with 8, 7 for Dallas Fix, and 5 for Gage Brady. They had 10 total steals in this game, 5 in each half, 3 for both Sampson and Maddox Balmer. They had 2 blocks, one coming from Balmer, the other from Oslin. They had 15 total team fouls here in the game. On the other side for the Pioneers, leading the way for them was Joey Stuckmeyer. He got things going, as did Fisher with 12. And then Noah Oberfeld, man, he got things going in the second half with 2 threes from long range. And then he also put up 3 free throws in a row to give him 9, 5 for both Jonathan Cheney and Eugene Skiba. So the Mora Mustangs again with a win. They will look to next Tuesday. So they don't play again this week. They will travel next Tuesday to Little Falls for another conference game there against the Flyers, another 3A school. They beat them last time 68-48, so hoping for another victory. Then next Thursday, they will travel to Rush City to take on the Tigers. Last year, Rush City upset the Mustangs, so they'll be looking for some revenge from last year. And then next Friday, they will host the Malacca Wolves, who's a very, very good section opponent. Top 5 in the Section 6AA. They're looking for a big victory there. And then it's the one that I think we've all been waiting for. That following Tuesday, February 21st, they travel to Pine City to take on the Dragons in that rivalry matchup, which should always, as it is, be fun. So that does it here for the Mora Mustangs here tonight. Again, they will be back in action next week. On Tuesdays, they travel to Little Falls. As we look into our broadcast schedule coming up here on KBEK and WCMP. Tomorrow we have more action coming your way on KBEK with Bram Girls taking on Mountain Iron Buell. Mountain Iron Buell, one of the top teams in the state. They actually have a young lady who is going Division I. She's going to be making her decision, I believe, on February 21st or the 12th. I know Adam Hefty, thanks so much. He was calling that game over there in Bram. He sent me a photo, or a photo of the young lady of who is going to be going Division I this year as we look at it. And yes, she's dropping it down to her final 6. She will make her decision this Sunday. She's got it down to Creighton, Minnesota, Nebraska, North Carolina, Ohio State, and Utah. So congratulations to that young lady from Mountain Iron Buell. I can't quite see her name. It's really small. Jordan Zubich. There we go. She will be making her decision on Sunday. So congratulations to her. And Bram gets to deal with her tomorrow night, so that should be a fun one there. Bram, this is a matchup that they will look forward to because it's a matchup in which if they make it to the state, that's a team they're going to have to face off against. And then we got more coming up on WCMP2. You can head over to our broadcast schedule and check it out for yourself. Go to kbk.com, go to the sports tab, and click on broadcast schedule, and there will be all the links for our YouTube as well. I want to thank all of you who tuned in here tonight, whether you were listening on the radio on 95.5 FM or you watched it on our YouTube. If you watched it on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button on the YouTube video so that way you are notified anytime that we go live with a local sporting event. Again, that red subscribe button on our YouTube will get you notified anytime that we go live with a local sporting event. And we will have girls basketball between Bram and Mountain Iron Buell tomorrow night right here on KBEK. As always, thanks to all the fine sponsors as well for sponsoring this broadcast. Can't do it without them. Thanks so much to all of our fine sponsors. And again, stay tuned to the morning shows on both KBEK and WCMP for your local sports updates. You will give you updates from this game as well as other games in our local listening area. Stay tuned to the 95.5 morning show, usually with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. And then on WCMP 100.9 FM with Josh O'Meara at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates on those channels. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. And remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could really make their day. The final once again on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Mustangs 58, the Pioneers 49. For KBEK, nice 95.5 FM, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.